How's it going, everybody? This is Tomy Train back again with another custom showcase where I spotlight a custom engine, road vehicle, rolling stock, building destination, etc. In today's custom showcase, we're looking at my custom small scale Percy. Sorry about that. So, anyways, this video is looking at my small scale Percy custom. So, without further ado, let's start with a bit of a background history on Percy. So as you all know, Percy is the junior member of the main cast, and he's also known as the smallest engine of the main fleet, because that's his title, Percy the Small Engine, so it's obvious. So when it comes to his merchandise model, some merchandise ranges get his model perfect, while others not so much. But when we're talking about Tomy, Trackmaster, and Plarail, a lot of them kind of succeeded. Well, a lot of their Percy models are nostalgic to a lot of people, and kind of to me as well. But there's one problem that I and a lot of people out there have with the original Tomy and Trackmaster Percy, and that is its height and size. I mean, why is it? Look how big it is compared to the other engines. It's like he's the same length as Thomas. He's literally taller than him, and even Gordon. And now we know logically the reason why it looks like it is because, of course, they have to fit a 1 AA battery in him, but there are a lot of other characters like Charlie, for example, that he's small, but yet he runs on a AA battery. I don't know, why did they ever fix this? Like, they never fixed Percy's model, because they know he's the smallest engine of the main fleet, but they didn't even bother to fix his own model. So that's why I decided to fix it myself, rather than just buying another Tomy or Trackmaster Percy offline. So that's what we're going to do. So anyways, let me show you how I built him. So the way I built my small scale Percy, I used a Plarail Tekoro ringing Percy. You know, those tiny engines ringing engines that when you pull or push them along, they make a ringing noise like a bell. So that's what I used. Why did I use that, you may ask? Well, I got the idea from my good friend Jason's Junction, because he originally attempted to make a small scale Percy with the Plarail Tekoro Percy, but he said he didn't do so well because of how too small it was and how the coal bunker kept getting away. So then he then told me that if I could modify the coal bunker, then that would be possible. So that's what it is. So I just took the body after I ordered it off eBay, and I just disassembled it, and I got to work cutting the pieces off, well, the coal bunker in certain areas, like even the smoke box, because the smoke box wasn't accurate and the funnel was just way too flat. So I had to sacrifice them both, and I had to get to work also modifying the buffer beam and the whole cab area. So once that was done, I just got to work sanding it down using a bunch of popsicle wood, balsa wood, and tomato putty to make everything smooth. And I had to do a lot of sanding and stuff, so it was really hard and tedious work. So a lot of plastic everywhere, but it was worth. I think I got through it, and then after that it was all good to go. So, and then I even had to use parts from my broken RC Percy, because the one I used in some of my older YouTube videos, yeah, so I used that with the face and the buffer beam and cab. That whole cab part is from my old RC model Percy, so I had to use all that parts for it. And the chassis, the motor and chassis, comes from my Plarail Emily Tender, because, well, I kind of broke the front part with the front coupling hooks on, so I'll have to order a new one. So that's what I basically used for the Percy, small scale Percy. So now let's take a look. Alright folks, so when it comes to my Percy model, let's show you. So here it is. Excuse that background noise. So here's the front. The face is from my broken RC Percy, so that's what I used. And the whole smoke box is from an old James model, along with the funnel. So it kind of broke off, so I had to reglue it and fix it. So that's why you can see a little bit of some glue dab right there. And the buffer beams from the Percy as well. Along with, I made a lamp, an old clay lamp that I made long ago, so that's I used. And then here's the rest. So this cab is from my old RC Percy, like I said, so I had to cut a hole for the switch. It's a little wide, but it's fine. And then here's everything else: the whistle valve, whistle, a dome, water cap, stripes, this toolbox, and I forgot to add the cab window, so that's what I did. Here's number 6. The wheels, I also have to paint up the wheels too, so to match it up, so to make it perfect. Here's the back, the rear buffer beam, and the rear tail lamp, and his coal bunker. Oh, and as for the coupling, I had no idea how to put your average rear coupling in, so I just had to scratch go creative and use a chain coupling. So don't judge that. So here's the left side, and here's the other side, and here's the bottom. This is the some bits where I cut off the Emily wheels to make room, and yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Okay. Now, before I also want, I almost forgot. I wanted to show you. So, does my small scale Percy run? Yes, it does. So, just to show you. Okay. So the way he runs is that I had to, instead of running on, okay. So here's the battery. He runs on a AAA battery because, well, when I couldn't fit the AA battery because his bicycle is not that much hollow, big enough to fit it. So, but my good friend Jason Junction suggests I use the AAA battery for him. So I had to push down on the battery terminal, but I had to be careful because too much force and I break it off. And then to support the battery, I use a bit of some tin foil, so that way it fits. So I mean, it kind of wobbles, but I think it's fine, and he does roll perfectly smooth, aside from his rear coupling getting caught in the Tomy track, but it doesn't have that effect on the classic Trackmaster track, so that's fine. Well, anyways, excuse me. Okay, so let me show you how I painted him. Alright, so when it comes to painting, he, like all my customs, he is spray painted with primer paint, but when it came to painting him green, it was the most hardest part. So I had to go through many shades of green just to make Percy accurate as Henry. I tried everything. First, I tried spring green, but that didn't work. Then I tried multi-surface bright green, like how Trackside 306 made his old-shape Henry model, but that was too dark. So, but then I finally settled on using apple barrel gloss bright green because thanks to Jason Junction again, and I also got the inspiration from Custom Trackmaster's old shape Henry model, because I think that's the green, because I mean it looks a little off, but I think it's pretty good. So these ones were not the right ones, but this one was the correct green. And then for the buffer beam and other areas, I used red paint. Then I used white paint for the running board and lamp, black for the Smokebox and coal bunker, and then used gold paint for his dome and whistle, as you can see right there. And then I used my trusty paint markers for areas such as eyebrows, buffers, coupling, stripes, the number, and the cab doors. So, and then of course, after everything was done, he was sprayed in a few coats of satin clear spray to protect the paint. So that's all. And before we run him, I want to show you a comparison. So so I've got my so here's Thomas. So if I put, let me just move my camera. Okay. Alright, let me zoom in. Alright, so if I put Percy next to Thomas, you'll see that, let me just zoom in. Wait, hold on. There we go. Okay, so if you can see, now that Percy is more accurate in height to Thomas, so now he's more taller than Percy, and Percy's more lower to the ground. So then here's the okay, now here's the front. So now that it's more accurate, so the buffers, they kind of line up, even though Thomas has that dipped running board, but it's fine. I mean, he's still taller than Percy, so, and if I turn them around, there you can see Percy is still slightly shorter, and on the right, now it looks more accurate. So you can see they're both, now Percy is more accurate in scale than Thomas, just like how they're supposed to be with their Gauge 1 props and their CGI renders. So there you go. Alright folks, so with all that being said and done about my small scale Percy, let's go ahead and see him in action. So enjoy the footage. Well folks, there you have it. That was my custom Trackmaster Tomy Trackmaster custom small scale Percy. I'm really proud of how this turned out, and finally have an accurately proportionate sized and motorized Percy, since Percy's one of my favorite characters in all the Tom series. So really glad how this turned out, and this is actually probably the first custom I made of this time, because it's been a while since I've done. It's been 2 months since I made my custom, since the last one I made was my James model, but don't worry, more customs are coming along the way. I'll leave a polls of what custom you want to see next, either the LNER 12-ton van, Fred Pelhay, or I'm currently working on the Markland engine custom. So let me know what one you want to see next, and if you want to see more of my custom videos, click that subscribe button below and check out my other playlists and all my other videos. Like this video, leave a comment on your thoughts of Percy, and share to spread the awareness. It really helps. Other than that, y'all take care, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!